What do you like to drink with your dinner? Why?
With my dinner, I usually prefer to drink water, simply because it's refreshing and helps with digestion. However, on special occasions or when I'm dining out, I might choose a glass of red wine or fresh juice, depending on the meal. For example, red wine pairs nicely with red meat, enhancing the flavor. I tend to avoid sugary drinks or soda during dinner, as they can be quite heavy and make me feel bloated afterwards. Ultimately, I believe that what you drink should complement the meal and not overpower it.
Do you drink a lot of water every day? Why not?
Yes, I do try to drink plenty of water every day. I usually aim for around 2 liters, which I think is a healthy amount. Staying hydrated helps me concentrate better, especially when I'm studying or working for long hours. It also keeps my energy levels up and prevents headaches, which I used to get quite often when I didn't drink enough. I've made it a habit to carry a reusable water bottle with me wherever I go, so it's easy to remember to take sips throughout the day.
Do you prefer drinking tea or coffee? Why?
I personally prefer drinking tea over coffee, mainly because it has a more soothing effect on me. While coffee gives me a quick energy boost, I often find it a bit too strong and it sometimes makes me feel jittery. Tea, on the other hand, is gentler on my system and comes in a wide variety of flavors, so I never get bored. I especially enjoy herbal teas in the evening. They help me unwind after a long day. Besides, drinking tea is also a part of my family tradition, so it feels comforting and familiar.
If people visit you in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink? Why not?
When guests come over, I usually offer them tea or juice, depending on the time of day and their preferences. Tea is quite common where I live and it's seen as a warm, welcoming gesture. For afternoon or evening visits, I often serve herbal tea or green tea, which most people enjoy. If it's a hot day though, I might offer something cold like iced tea or fresh fruit juice. I think offering a drink is a simple but thoughtful way to make guests feel comfortable, and at home it's part of our culture, really.
Describe a monument, for example, a statue or sculpture that you like. You should say what this monument is, where this monument is, what it looks like, and explain why you like this monument.
One monument that I really like is the Statue of Liberty in New York City, USA. It's not only an iconic symbol of freedom, but also one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. The statue is located on Liberty Island, just off the coast of Manhattan. It was a gift from France to the United States in the late 19th century, meant to celebrate the friendship between the two nations and the shared ideals of liberty and democracy. In terms of appearance, it's a towering figure of a woman holding a torch in one hand and a book in the other. She wears a flowing robe and a crown with 7 spikes, representing the 7 continents and seas. The entire structure stands at over 90 meters tall if you include the pedestal, and it's made of copper, which has turned green over time due to oxidation. What I love most about this monument is what it represents. To me, it's not just a physical structure, but a powerful reminder of the importance of freedom and hope. I also admire the fact that it welcomed millions of immigrants who arrived in the US seeking a better life. Seeing it in person was truly awe-inspiring. It made me reflect on history, human resilience, and the value of ideals that bring people together.
What kinds of monuments do tourists in your country enjoy visiting?
In my country, tourists are particularly drawn to historical and cultural monuments, especially those that reflect Vietnam's long and rich heritage. One popular type is ancient temples and pagodas, such as the Temple of Literature in Hanoi, which offers insight into traditional Vietnamese architecture and Confucian values. Many also visit war-related monuments like the Siu Kai Tunnels or the War Remnants Museum in Ho Chi Minh City, who learn more about the country's turbulent past. Another kind of monument that attracts visitors is statues of national heroes. For example, the statue of Tran Hung Dao by the Saigon River is a major landmark that symbolizes national pride and resilience. These monuments are not only visually striking but also deeply meaningful, as they often commemorate important events or figures in Vietnamese history. Overall, I think tourists enjoy these sites because they offer a deeper understanding of our culture, struggles, and identity, something that goes beyond surface-level sightseeing.
Why do you think there are often statues of famous people in public places?
I think statues of famous people are placed in public spaces mainly to honor their contributions and preserve their legacy. These individuals are often national heroes, cultural icons, or influential leaders who played a significant role in shaping the country's history or identity. By erecting statues in their memory, society shows its respect and gratitude for what they achieved. Statues also serve an educational purpose. They remind people, especially the younger generation, of important historical events or values, such as patriotism, resilience, or innovation. For example, a statue of a revolutionary leader might inspire a sense of national pride, while one of a poet or artist could encourage appreciation for the arts. Additionally, from a practical point of view, statues often become landmarks or focal points in cities. They contribute to the visual identity of public spaces and even attract tourists, which can benefit the local economy.
Do you agree that old monuments and buildings should always be preserved?
Yes, I do believe that old monuments and buildings should be preserved, although not necessarily in every single case. These structures often carry immense historical, cultural, and architectural value. They serve as tangible links to the past, helping us understand how people lived, thought, and shaped the society we live in today. Preserving them also fosters national identity and pride. For example, many Vietnamese temples and colonial-era buildings not only showcase beautiful craftsmanship, but also tell stories about our heritage and resilience through periods of war and change. However, I think there should be a balance. If a building is beyond repair or poses safety risks, or if it occupies space needed for essential development like hospitals or schools, then careful consideration should be given. In such cases, Digital preservation or reconstruction in museums might be a practical alternative. So while I strongly support preservation in principle, I think it should be done thoughtfully and selectively, rather than blindly maintaining every old structure just because it's old.
Why is architecture such a popular university subject?
I think architecture is a popular subject because it perfectly blends creativity with practicality. It attracts people who are not only artistic but also interested in solving real-world problems through design. Unlike some other creative fields, architecture has a tangible impact on how people live, work, and interact with their environment. Another reason is that architecture offers a wide range of career opportunities, both locally and internationally. With urbanization and population growth, there's a constant demand for skilled architects to design sustainable and functional spaces. It's a profession that is both intellectually challenging and socially meaningful. Also, for many students, architecture is appealing because it allows them to leave a lasting legacy. The idea of designing buildings or public spaces that could stand for generations is deeply motivating. It's a unique combination of art, science, and social responsibility, which makes it incredibly rewarding for the right kind of person.
In what ways has the design of homes changed in recent years?
In recent years, the design of homes has evolved significantly, reflecting changes in lifestyle, technology, and environmental awareness. Firstly, modern homes tend to prioritize open-plan layouts rather than segmented rooms. This shift encourages more interaction among family members and makes spaces feel larger and more versatile. Secondly, there's been a strong focus on incorporating smart technology into home design. Features like automated lighting, smart thermostats, and security systems are increasingly common, enhancing both convenience and energy efficiency. Another major change is the emphasis on sustainability. Many new homes are built with eco-friendly materials and equipped with solar panels, rainwater harvesting systems, or efficient insulation. This reflects a growing awareness of environmental issues and the desire to reduce carbon footprints. Lastly, contemporary homes often blend indoor and outdoor spaces more seamlessly, with large windows, balconies, and gardens designed as extensions of living areas. This helps residents feel more connected to nature and creates a healthier living environment.
To what extent does the design of buildings affect people's moods?
I believe the design of buildings can have a profound impact on people's moods, sometimes even more than we realize. For instance, spaces with ample natural light, high ceilings, and open layouts tend to create feelings of happiness, calmness, and openness. On the other hand, cramped or poorly lit environments can lead to feelings of stress, discomfort, or even anxiety. Moreover, the choice of colors, materials, and aesthetics plays a crucial role. Warm colors and natural materials like wood or stone can make a space feel cozy and inviting, whereas cold or harsh designs might evoke a sense of sterility or unease. Psychologists and architects increasingly recognize that thoughtful building design can enhance mental well-being. For example, hospitals designed with plenty of natural light and green spaces have been shown to help patients recover faster. In summary, I'd say the design of buildings significantly influences how people feel, whether consciously or subconsciously, which is why architects put so much effort into creating environments that promote comfort and positivity.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us in today's interview. Wishing you good health and the best of luck.
Thank you very much, sir. I also wish good health and the best of luck in life.